Subreddit.
Subreddit.
Subreddit. Subreddit. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another subreddit. This is Subreddit Review. Best show on existence. We'll beat Dlive. No hands down. Boom. Fun. Anyways, we're gonna be going more at some our entitled parents. I'm gonna be joined by a Steel, and we're gonna be joined by the Crusader guy.
Huzzah!
Okay, this is stupid.
Just like a soft quiet after that, like huzzah.
Alrighty, so we've got 3 stories for you, looking fresh off the our entitled parents. Now, shall we begin? Donnie's gonna be playing the entitled aunt, and Steele's gonna be doing the uncle, and then I'm gonna do myself. Yeah. Anyways, let's just continue this. You guys are on the gets mad at me, right one? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. I feel as though I have to use my narrative voice for these. Never mind, I'm not. So, my uncle is a very nice guy. He would invite me and my siblings to help him go shopping, but all he did was buy everything we showed interest in. Oh, this is such a nice guy.
Aww.
I don't have an uncle.
Oh.
He was really rich and still is now, but once he married, he became a different man. He was much more mean and sad. She was just a leech. Before she got married to him, she was about to be evicted from her apartment because her boyfriend realized what she was doing and dumped her before she could take more of his money. And you and EA met on a dating app. Oh. Old people on dating apps should just not exist.
No.
I'll be honest. EA is a very Christian woman. Donnie, say
hold
prayer
up.
of thanks.
Yeah, I was going to say, if she's a Christian woman, but yet her previous, she was taking a leech being taking all of the money? Like, what the heck?
Because this is what happens. These are people of today. EA is a very Christian woman, and that showed when I came out. I am bi. Sorry for another day. I'm guessing bisexual. I'm guessing. Anyways,
Yeah.
She had a daughter when they met, but she doesn't play a role into this story. She does play a big role in my coming out story, but again, for another time. Yes, we don't care. But even though we all knew to this one came as a shock to me and most of my family. Okay, on to the story. So it was my grandpa's birthday, and we all had this great idea. We would get this big birthday card, and we would all sign it. It was my mother's idea, but EA had something in mind. She made rules for all of us. I just realized I could have made the best joke. EA Sports. It's in the entitlement. The names would neatly be placed by alphabetical order. Why the HE double hockey sticks? Did she do this? Your guess is as good as mine. Also, she made a few different rules about it, but the final one was I had to sign on the left side of the card where no one else would sign. She made me do this so I could be even further from the rest. She did hate me because I was bi, so that was the best answer I came up with. So all of us followed her rules. When it came time for me to sign, the major entitlement came. She noticed I was using my left hand and said,
Hey, use your right hand, Missy! All I gotta say is, like, is she, like, Catholic? Because I think that's where they, like, the lefty is the devil's minion or some crap.
Oh.
I think that's, I feel like that's what she is, because they say that. That's what I heard.
Sorry, am a left-handed.
No, use your right hand! I don't care, just use your right hand!
Some people heard that and started tuning in. But I can't use my right hand. Sorta getting annoyed.
Just use your right hand! Oh, screaming and came out nowhere.
Geez, fine. So I did what you wanted me to do. Half of my name looked perfect, and the other half looked like a boring 5-year-old scribbling. I suck at writing with my right hand. She somehow didn't mind about it, but I did overhear her say under her breath, freaking
potatoes!
Freaking small white insects. But it can't get worse after that, can it? Oh, it can. When I was hanging out with my little nephew, so cute, she stepped on my left hand. Oh, did I mean step? I meant jumped on my left hand. It was so painful, I had to go to the hospital. She broke my hand. Oh, frick. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I had to have a cast for around 12 weeks. I was going to sue her, but my family said that she would pay for all this would cost, but she wouldn't pay a penny. I was going to sue her just for that. My family, once again, calmed me down. Some of them gave me their money, so I was able to pay off anything that costed me. Whenever it gets brought up, she says something of the lines of,
"Oh, people in your kind of can be such drama queens. Sorry.
Very offensive, I
Yee.
know. It is just so annoying to deal with her. TLDR. Entitled Aunt yells at me for using my left hand and jumps on it, breaking it. See, I don't understand this, okay? Because
Yeah.
you're being left-handed, something you can't control. It's just your brain's wired differently, so instead of using your right hand, left hand, there's no difference about it. What gives her the excuse to just break someone's hand?
I think it's just an excuse because, like it said, she's a Christian, and I'm assuming Catholic, like very religious, so she knows she's bi. And this is assumption. So
I want to say this now. The top comment of this subreddit is EA. Just use your right hand. I would have slapped her with my right hand.
the thing is, like, why? I don't even care if you're bisexual or whatever. You don't hate on people. She's making everything worse on herself by doing this to her.
I think also I noticed the uncle didn't have any lines, and so I didn't have a single line.
You know what it is. He's married with a woman, so he's going to, shut up.
I will say this now.
We know who wears the pants in the family.
I really do hope the uncle is now in a happier place, away from the aunt.
Oh.
I kind of hope so, too.
It's just like, I don't understand that. Like, my question is like, what type of sick individual just like, hey, I'm gonna jump on someone's hand and break it? That's my question. Ugh.
And you see, and here's the thing: there's a little nephew out there. I'm assuming he's like, a young child. You're teaching him to jump and hurt on people. Like, why?
Johnny's gonna read this one with 1.6k upvotes. Go ahead, Lonnie.
Which one is it?
EM needs my hotel room.
Okay. I'll be the hotel employee.
I'll be the mom and the entitled kid.
Okay, I'm gonna be the narrator.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a short one. Okay, EM stands for entitled mom. Me, entitled mommy, okay. EK means entitled kid he, or he stands for hotel employee. My first vacation ever without my parents. We went to Spain, but decided to drive 2 days and book a hotel in south of France. I booked a room and went on my way. I ended up in a long traffic jam. That meant I arrived after the time the employees are working to welcome you, etc. Okay? I called the hotel and I could go to a small building 100 meters from the complex, where I could find or get my keys, by showing my ID or my driver's license. No problem. The hotel was fully booked. EM arrives, parks her car behind me. While I was getting my ticket, she sees me getting my ticket. Okay, yeah, okay. I walk out and forget my ID. Oh my gosh. I walk back to hear that hotel is full, though EM would have to sleep somewhere else. Then she starts flaming that...
But he has a spot as well, so I must get one.
He then tells her that I booked a room a day before. Then EM decides to try to make me lose my room. So says I disrespectful for not offering my room to them. He has a kid.
Okay, so having a kid apparently just gives her all the rights to everything. Okay, cool.
Makes it better. I tell her I booked this room and that I'm tired because of the driving. Yeah, she did drive from south of France to Spain here? So that's a pretty long drive. She then says that she needs a place to sleep because she has a kid. Yeah, we just got that. I say I saw a hotel earlier, 3 kilometers from this one. She starts screaming into my face. Oh my gosh. I'm sexist.
Okay, great.
And have no respect. Oh, that's really great.
Uh-huh.
He starts getting triggered, the triggered meme, and tells EM to leave. EK starts crying. Oh my gosh, where? He gives me my ID. I drive into the complex. I see him driving away, but hitting the traffic sign.
This person did not book long enough, okay? She didn't book long enough. So, because she decided to do the tango with her husband, gives her the right to take a room, and because the guy paid for this room, spent all this time driving, got there earlier, booked it, he's apparently sexist because this woman thinks that her priorities are above others. I don't get that. Again, how do you pull the sexist card on someone that rightfully and fairly had a room and they were just too late? come on. You don't just pull, I'm being serious.
Also, I want to
respect.
And use an
Yeah.
excuse, I have a kid. Like, for crying out loud. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
No one cares that you have a kid.
you should have known
It's not
this
impressive.
so you can take care of your kid. You should have known the book earlier.
The next one is You Will Pay for My Son's Funeral. The clickbait of this title. Hey!
Oh.
Okay.
I'm scared. Okay,
I'm scared.
Okay, go ahead, Steele.
Oh my gosh, this is a long one.
A few years ago, my father died.
Oh.
He and I weren't on the best terms at all times, but he was my father, and I still loved him dearly. This story involves my little brother, LB, my dad's girlfriend, GF, my mother,
course.
my dad's biological mother, BO mom, my entitled arse grandparents, EGF and EGM, for grandfather and grandmother. My dad is actually my stepdad, so not biologically related. But you
I
know
feel
the
like
deal.
these are off-brand superhero names when they did that.
My dad was a super simple man. He would have love for his service just to be his friends and LB on a boat somewhere, fishing while everyone else was on the dock, barbecuing and telling him funny stories about him. Scatter the ashes when night hit, and then maybe cook up some s'mores, but that's not what we got. The grandparents decided to throw a huge religious thing for him, which doesn't fully bother me, but Dad wasn't religious. I let it happen, thinking this is just how they're going to get their closure for their son's death. Without another thought, they put a lot of money into this. Huge flower displays, portraits, and centerpieces, not my style, but to each his own. When I showed up to the pre-funeral, I heard EGF go, "What is she doing here?" Which I ignored.
Who's gonna be entitled grandfather?
Oh yeah, okay. Okay,
and
yeah.
then you're gonna be Donnie. You gotta be the grandmother.
Come on, be the grandmother.
Okay, entitled GF go. Yeah, what is she doing here? So,
You want me to go or you to go?
I'll you know what? I'll be
Oh,
the
is that
grandfather.
the entire girlfriend?
No, entitled grandfather.
You're the EGM.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Which I
continue.
ignored. And I joined LB and some cousins. I asked EGM how she was doing, and she replied with a snarky,
How do you think I'm doing?
OP. Alrighty then. I was just shooting the stick with LB and EGM. Said it was time to start the parade to the church. What?
Wait, are they gonna bring the orchestra? Are we gonna have
Okay.
Are we gonna have the marching band?
Like, hold up, is this an actual like parade type thing going on in this church?
So we all lined up to walk to the church. I intend on walking next to my little brother because he and I are very close. And EGF said, "No." Oh yeah, EGF, entitled grandfather.
No, you're in the back.
Okay, not going to argue. His son did just die after all. I walk with everyone else, and I'm forced to sit behind the family. Everyone gets up to speak. I don't. I'm a lousy public speaker, and considering the dirty looks I was getting from just existing, I wasn't ready for that. We get it done, and everyone heads to the reception. A basic reception, nothing fancy. Poster boards covered in his pictures and pictures of his family, excluding me, of course. I, being super uncomfortable with my own sudden exclusion, started cracking jokes, pointing to a picture of them, saying, "Oh man, this was the day I caught my first fish. Look how proud he is," and point to a picture of him with his dog. Pictures of the two of us did exist, in fact. I have some hanging in my room, so there's no real excuse. I decided to leave before I lost my mind completely, said my goodbyes to the family that mattered at the moment, and left. The next part was all told to me by my dad's GF. Apparently, LB was very upset at how everything was going down. Whereas I cry or make jokes. LB went up to the ashes of my father and picked them up. He was just talking to them, harmless, when EGF comes up and rips the urn from LB's hands. Entitled grandfather.
You don't touch this. This is my son.
LB got fired up, ripped the ashes out of his hands, blasted him with a fat "FU," and ran from the reception. Months later, and LB is still driving around with Dad's ashes. He is waiting for the personal urns to come in so we can all have a bit of him with us. GF is working on ordering the urns and going over the paperwork for who gets what from Dad's will. LB and I are to split everything. EGF does not like this. He calls my mother, to ask for my address so he can send me a letter apologizing for his behavior. My mother complies because she knows I would love that. About a week later, I got a homemade bill from the grandparents saying that I owe them $25,000 for the funeral. This is where I get very upset. I asked LB about this, and I guess EGP are trying to get money out of GF as well. Dad was adopted by these people. Him and his bio mom are semi-close. They built a relationship after he became an adult, and he's also quite close to his brother. Grandparents sent saying she's not welcome at his funeral. How? Because he was adopted by them. He was their child, and the blood relation didn't matter. I found this ironic considering how they were treating me. Turns out they originally tried to get Biomom to pay for it, and when she couldn't, they turned to me. They shunned this woman, then asked for her money. Same with me. GF decides just to pay the bill, just to pay it all off so grandparents would leave everyone alone. This poor woman went through so much. Dad died of complications with his pacemaker, so a lot of the money went towards hospital bills. I got just enough to get ahead on my car payment and buy a new couple things for my apartment. It wasn't a whole lot, but I'm okay with that. I hate money. It's the source of most evil in my life. I asked if I could give the money back, but GF wouldn't let me. These people, all their family relationships over money. LB and I went to the lake house that we used to go to with Dad all the time and scattered a good portion of his ashes there. Then we kayaked around for a bit. That's more my dad's speed. And if nothing else, you got a little taste of a proper send-off.
Okay, so let me get this
Wow.
straight. So this guy's dad died, okay? That's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And to top it all off is that these bunch of absolute lowlifes come in and they try to ruin this guy's dad's like funeral. So
Not to mention that they're not biological. They adopted him.
Yeah, and
But-
the ironic thing is the person who's writing this is the biological son of the dad. So it's like that's how ironic this is going.
But,
Oh
like,
my gosh.
My question, like, so this is the last time this guy's gonna be able to say goodbye to his dad. Now, this is an older guy, but still, this is a very crucial point in this guy's life. His dad just dies, and then they come back and just want money off of them. Like, how corrupt are people?
The pay for the funeral that none of them wanted. Dad wanted of just like remembering him happily, like going fishing, eating s'mores, hanging out at a camp place. But no, the grandparents were like, "Oh, let's do this instead of my son's wishes and try to get his money."
I
Like,
want
all
to
this-
show everyone how big and fancy we are at this
Another
funeral.
thing, this-
That is sick.
This guy's gotta go around with his life and said, my dad's I wasn't able to give my dad a proper funeral because these people scarred him so much. Like, if
Or
you
a
think
funeral
about
that
it-
the dad wanted.
I mean, he did spread the ashes. I understand that, but even the funeral in general, like, they ruined that
Yeah.
entire experience. I mean, if that was my dad, I would have slapped the crap out of those grandparents. I'm not
You
gonna
also,
lie.
yeah, it was his stepdad, but it still doesn't mean it's not his dad. Like,
Yeah, he raised the kid for crying out loud. So.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but like, come on, like, how do you put a funeral of all things? And this just shows how much of a scumbag people can really be. You
Oh
took
my
a
gosh.
funeral and told him to pay 25 grand on this guy. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of this recording. This subreddit of our entitled parents. Make sure you comment in the description and saying what subreddits we should go over and review. This is the Crusader Story Trap subreddit. Yeah.
oh no!
We need an
Oh,
intro.
no.
All
People
I'm
are getting
picturing is an
chips.
anime girl that's a trap. Don't do that to me.
Why do you make this?
That's the best part.
You knew it. You knew.
My name came out before the trap meme came out, so that means it's fine.
I hope you all have an amazing day. Make sure that you subscribe and definitely lick that like button and ding-a-ling-a-ling, that notification bell. You can go ahead and check out Steele's channel. You can go ahead and check Donnie's channel. Make sure that you subscribe to me. I'm going to beat Donnie. It's going to happen. This is the new T-Series versus PewDiePie. Even though that
I don't care.
this is the
I
new
still
one.
lick that notification bell.
I thought you meant like beat beat Donnie has beat him up.
Meanwhile, at a different location, shows me getting beat up.
Oh my gosh. You all have an amazing day. You're amazing people. See y'all next time.